Part 94 of Chapter 3. After Jalal's death, Gikatu Khan, a Mughal general, came up against Konya, intending to sack the city and massacre the inhabitants. He was emperor from Al-Hijra 690 to 696, so 1290 to 1294 of the Common Era. That night, in a dream, he saw Jalal, who seized him by the throat and nearly choked him, saying to him, "Konya is mine. What seekest thou from its people?" On awakening from his dream, he fell on his knees and prayed for mercy, seeking also for information as to what that portent might signify. He sent in an ambassador to beg permission for him to enter the city as a friendly guest. When he arrived at the palace, the nobles of Konya flocked to his court with rich offerings, all being seated in solemn conclave. Gikatu was suddenly seized with a violent tremor and asked one of the princes of the city, who was seated on a sofa by himself, "Who may the personage be that is sitting at your side on your sofa?" The prince looked about right and left, but saw no one. He replied accordingly. Gikatu answered, "How sayest thou? I see by thy side seated a tall man with a grizzly beard and a sallow complexion, a gray turban and an Indian plaid over his chest, who looks at me most pryingly." The prince sagaciously suspected forthwith that Jalal's shade was there present by his side, and made answer, "The sacred eyes of majesty alone are privileged to witness that vision. It is the son of Bahauddin of Balkh, our Lord, spiritual master, our noble one," not the same thing as the replacement for the word for God in the Bible, Jalaluddin, who is entombed in this land. The Khan replied, "Last night I saw him in my dream. He went nigh, choking me, and told me Konya is his possession. Now, Prince, I call my adopted father, and I entirely forego my intention to devastate this city. Tell me, has that holy man any son or descendant alive here?" The prince told him of Baha Veled, now sheikh of the city, and the peerless saint of God. Gikatu expressed the wish to go and visit the sheikh. The prince conducted him and his suite of nobles to Sultan Veled. They all declared themselves his disciples and assumed the dervish turban. Baha recounted to the Khan the history of his grandfather's expulsion from Balkh and of all that followed. The Khan offered him royal presents and accompanied him on a visit of reverence to the shrine of the deceased saint. Now, projections can form in, the projections can form of the dead. It's not necessarily the same as the actual presence of the dead.